Hi, I'm Ryan. I never thought my own brother would destroy my future, but here we are. Let me tell you how I found out. Ryan, the mail's here, Mom called from downstairs. I practically flew down the steps. Is it from Stanford? Please tell me it's from Stanford. There's a big envelope from Central Valley Community College? Mom's face fell. Honey, did you apply there? What? No, I didn't. Let me see that. I grabbed the envelope and tore it open. Congratulations on your acceptance. What the hell? Language, Mom warned. But seriously, what's going on? I don't know. I applied to Stanford, Berkeley, MIT, and Caltech. I never even looked at community colleges. My hands started shaking. Where are my other letters? That's the only one that came today. I pulled out my phone and logged into the Common App. My stomach dropped. Mom, this can't be right. My application list shows community colleges I never applied to. My Stanford application, it says withdrawn. What do you mean withdrawn? Someone canceled my applications, Mom. Someone logged into my account and changed everything. Mom grabbed my phone. This has to be a mistake. Call your guidance counselor right now. I dialed Mrs. Patterson's number with trembling fingers. Mrs. Patterson? It's Ryan Martinez. Something's really wrong with my college applications. Ryan, hi, what's the problem? My account shows I withdrew from Stanford and applied to local community colleges instead. I never did that. That's very strange. Can you come to the school? I need to look at this in person. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Mom drove me to school, gripping the steering wheel so tight her knuckles turned white. Who would do this to you? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Mrs. Patterson's office smelled like coffee and old paper. She pulled up my records on her computer, her expression growing darker with each click. Ryan, someone definitely accessed your account. Look at these login times. There's activity here at 2 in the morning, 3 different nights in December. I was asleep at 2 a.m. I had finals. The IP address is local. Whoever did this was in your house. She turned to me. Who has access to your computer, your phone? My mind raced. My parents, my brother Derek, but Derek wouldn't. Your brother who still lives at home? How old is he? 25. He works from home as a software engineer. Mrs. Patterson raised an eyebrow. So he has the technical skills to do this. Yeah, but why would he? We're close. He's been helping me study, giving me advice about college. Ryan, I need to ask you something. Has Derek ever expressed concerns about you leaving? I thought back to conversations over dinner. He keeps joking about how quiet it'll be when I'm gone, how much he'll miss having someone to hang out with. But that's just brotherly stuff, right? Has he said anything about wanting you to stay local? Well, a few weeks ago, he mentioned how community college could be a smart financial move. And he kept bringing up stories about people who went to big universities and came back broke. But I thought he was just being practical. Mrs. Patterson leaned forward. Ryan, I've seen cases like this before. Not often, but it happens. Family members who sabotage applications because they don't want their loved ones to leave. The timing, the technical knowledge, the subtle discouragement, it all points in one direction. You think Derek did this? My voice cracked. My own brother? I think you need to check your account activity carefully and have a serious conversation with your family. In the meantime, I'm going to contact the universities and explain what happened. We might be able to salvage this. I drove home in silence, Mom shooting me worried glances. Ryan, honey, Mrs. Patterson might be wrong. She's not, Mom. Derek's been acting weird all year. Remember when he accidentally deleted my Stanford essay draft? Or when he convinced me to use his email for my recommendation letters and they never got sent until I followed up? Oh my God, Mom's face went pale. You don't think? Yeah, Mom, I do. I burst through the front door. Dad was in the kitchen with Derek, both laughing about something on Derek's phone. Ryan, how'd it go? Dad asked cheerfully. Where's my Stanford acceptance, Derek? The room went silent. Derek's smile vanished. What are you talking about? My applications. Someone logged into my account and changed everything. Someone with technical skills who lives in this house. Derek stood up. Whoa, you're not seriously accusing me. The IP address traces to our house. The logins happened at 2 a.m. when you're always awake coding. You have my passwords because I trusted you to help me with tech stuff. Ryan, calm down, Dad interjected. Let's not jump to conclusions. Jump to conclusions? Dad, someone destroyed my future. My Stanford application was withdrawn. All my dream schools gone, replaced with community colleges I never applied to. Derek's face reddened. Maybe you did it and forgot. You were stressed during finals. Don't gaslight me. I know what I did and didn't do. Mom walked in, her phone pressed to her ear. Mrs. Patterson is emailing me the login records. Derek, these IP addresses all point to your computer, your specific device. That doesn't prove anything. Maybe someone hacked my computer. I stepped closer to him. Stop lying. Why did you do it? I didn't do anything. Boys, Dad's voice boomed. Derek, I need you to look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you access Ryan's college accounts? Derek's jaw clenched. He looked at the floor. I might have checked them once or twice to see how his applications were going. Checked them? You withdrew my applications. I was trying to protect you. Do you know how many people fail out of those big universities? How much debt they accumulate? I was saving you from making a huge mistake. That wasn't your decision to make, I shouted. Mom gasped. Derek, please tell me you didn't actually sabotage your brother's future. I was helping him. He can go to community college, transfer later if he really wants to. Stay home, save money, figure out what he really wants without the pressure. What you really mean is you want me to stay so you're not alone, I said. You can't stand the thought of me leaving. That's not... Admit it. You're 25 years old with no friends, no girlfriend, and your only social interaction is with your little brother. You're pathetic. Derek lunged at me, but Dad stepped between us. Derek, back off. He doesn't understand. I'm helping him. Dad grabbed Derek's shoulders. You committed fraud. Do you understand that? Identity theft, unauthorized access to private accounts? I'm his brother. I was looking out for him. By destroying his chances at his dream school? Mom's voice broke. Derek, how could you? I pulled out my phone. Mrs. Patterson connected me with Stanford's admissions office. I'm calling them now. Ryan, wait. Derek reached for my phone. Don't touch me. The admissions counselor, Miss Thompson, answered on the third ring. Ryan Martinez, Mrs. Patterson briefed me on your situation. Yes, ma'am. I need to know if there's anything I can do. My brother sabotaged my application. We take these matters very seriously. Can you send us the login records your guidance counselor mentioned? I'll send them right now. Good. We'll also need a police report documenting the unauthorized access. This is identity fraud, Ryan. Your brother committed a crime. Derek's face went white. Police? Ryan, come on. We can fix this as a family. You're not family anymore. You're a criminal. Ryan, please. Derek's voice rose. I'll fix it. I'll call Stanford myself. Explain it was a mistake. They already know it was you. The evidence is overwhelming. Dad sat down heavily. Derek, I think you need to find somewhere else to stay tonight. Ryan's going to need space. Dad, you're kicking me out for trying to help? Help? Mom laughed bitterly. You ruined his life because you're selfish and lonely. Get out. Derek looked at each of us. You'll regret this, all of you. Is that a threat? I asked coldly. It's a promise. You think Stanford is going to take you back? You think this won't follow you? I'll make sure everyone knows you're a spoiled brat who got his brother arrested over a misunderstanding. Get out, Dad repeated. Now. Derek didn't leave. Instead, he started a campaign. He called my friends, my teachers, posting on social media that I was betraying family and being manipulated by Mom and Dad. I called him 2 days later. We need to talk. Coffee shop on Main Street, 1 hour. Finally seeing sense? Derek's voice was smug. Just be there. The coffee shop was crowded. I brought Mom as a witness. Derek showed up with Uncle Ron, his only ally. Ryan, your mom? Derek sneered. Need Mommy's protection? I need a witness. Sit down. We claimed a corner table. Derek leaned back, arms crossed. So, ready to drop this nonsense? I want to hear you say it, out loud. Why did you do it? Derek glanced at Uncle Ron, then back at me. I already told you the truth this time, not the I was protecting you garbage. Derek's facade cracked. Fine, you want the truth? I didn't want you to leave. Happy? Keep going. You're my best friend, Ryan. My only friend, really. When you're gone, what do I have? A dead-end job, parents who are disappointed in me, an empty room next to yours. So you destroyed my future. I was going to fix it later. After you'd been home for a semester, seen that community college was fine, I would have helped you transfer on your terms when you decided I could leave. I just needed more time with you. Mom leaned forward. Derek, you're my son and I love you, but what you did is unforgivable. You didn't just change applications. You stole Ryan's future, his dreams, his autonomy. He's 18. He doesn't know what he wants. I know I don't want a brother who treats me like property, I said. Uncle Ron finally spoke. Derek, maybe you should apologize. Really apologize. I'm sorry, okay? Derek's voice cracked. Ryan, I'm so sorry. I was selfish and stupid. Please forgive me. Please don't press charges. I'll fix everything, I swear. No. What? I said no, I don't forgive you, I won't forgive you, and I'm pressing charges. Ryan, be reasonable. Reasonable? You want reasonable? Here's reasonable. You committed identity fraud, unauthorized computer access, and educational sabotage. Mrs. Patterson documented everything. Stanford's legal team is involved. The police have the evidence. Derek's hands shook. You're really doing this? Destroying your own brother? You destroyed yourself. I'm just making sure you face consequences. After everything I've done for you, teaching you to code, helping with homework, being there when mom and dad were working, you mean grooming me to be dependent on you, making sure I'd feel guilty about leaving? Uncle Ron stood up. Derek, I think we should go. No, Ryan, please, I'm begging you. I'll go to therapy. I'll move out, whatever you want. Just don't ruin my life over this. You ruined mine first. Derek's face twisted. He stood up fast, knocking his chair over. You ungrateful little... Careful, Mom warned. There are cameras in here. I should have changed more than your applications. I should have... Should have what? I stood up facing him. Finish that sentence. Derek grabbed my shirt. I should have made sure you couldn't go anywhere, ever. Uncle Ron pulled him back. Derek, stop! Derek shoved him away and lunged at me again. You think you're so smart? I'll destroy every reference letter, every transcript, every... He didn't finish. His fist swung toward my face. I ducked. His knuckles slammed into the wall behind me. Mom screamed. Other customers stood up. The barista was already on the phone. Derek grabbed my throat. I gave you everything. I couldn't breathe, couldn't speak. Uncle Ron and two other men pulled Derek off me. I collapsed into my chair, gasping. Police are on the way, the barista shouted. Derek struggled against the men holding him. You're nothing without me, Ryan, nothing. I'll make sure you never get into any college. I'll ruin you. Mom held me while I caught my breath. Did everyone see that? Did everyone hear his threats? Multiple people nodded. Phones were out, recording. Good, I croaked. That's assault. That's witness tampering. That's criminal threatening. Derek finally stopped struggling. His eyes widened as he realized what he'd done. You're done, Derek, I said. Completely done. Detective Martinez was surprisingly understanding. We see family disputes, but this level of sabotage and violence is rare. You're doing the right thing. It doesn't feel right, I admitted. He's still my brother. He stopped being your brother when he decided his needs mattered more than your future, Detective Martinez said. The evidence is overwhelming. Computer forensics found his fingerprints all over your accounts. The assault was witnessed by 15 people and recorded on multiple phones. What happens now? He'll be charged with identity fraud, unauthorized computer access, assault, and criminal threatening. With his confession on record and the physical attack, he's looking at serious time. Mom sat next to me in the detective's office. Can Stanford still accept Ryan? I spoke with Miss Thompson, Detective Martinez said. She assured me that Stanford takes these situations seriously. With the police report and documentation of fraud, Ryan's application will be reconsidered. They're actually expediting the process. 2 weeks later, I sat in my room when Mom called me downstairs. She was crying but smiling. What's wrong? She handed me an envelope. Stanford's logo gleamed in the corner. My hands shook as I opened it. Dear Ryan Martinez, pleased to offer you admission, full scholarship to compensate for the hardship you endured. I couldn't finish reading. Mom hugged me while I cried. Dad came home early. Did it come? He got in. Mom showed him the letter. I knew you would, son. I'm so proud of you. What about Derek? I asked quietly. Have you talked to him? Dad's expression hardened. He called yesterday, wanted me to convince you to drop the charges. What did you say? I told him he made his choices and now he faces the consequences. He's been offered a plea deal, 3 years probation, mandatory therapy, and restitution for the application fees and counseling costs. He'll also have a felony record. He took it? He didn't have much choice. The alternative was trial and possible jail time. The doorbell rang. I opened it to find Mrs. Patterson holding a small gift bag. Congratulations, Ryan. I heard about Stanford. Thank you for everything, Mrs. Patterson. I couldn't have done this without you. You did this yourself by refusing to let someone else control your story. I'm proud of you. She handed me the bag. Just a little something for your dorm room. After she left, Derek's final text came through. I hope you're happy. You destroyed your own brother's life. I blocked his number and replied to my Stanford acceptance instead. 3 months later, I was packing for college when Dad knocked on my door. Derek wants to meet, says he's completed therapy and wants to apologize properly. Tell him no. Ryan, he's trying to make amends. Dad, I appreciate what you're saying, but no, he didn't just make a mistake. He systematically sabotaged my future and then tried to physically harm me when I held him accountable. That's not something therapy fixes in 3 months. Dad nodded slowly. You're right. I just hoped, but you're right. Maybe in 10 years I'll feel differently. But right now, he's a stranger who hurt me. I'm going to Stanford, I'm pursuing my dreams, and I'm doing it without him. Mom appeared in the doorway. That's very mature, honey. You don't owe him forgiveness. The day I left for Stanford, my parents drove me to the airport. As we pulled away from the house, I saw Derek standing at his apartment window across the street, watching. I didn't wave. At Stanford, I met my roommate, joined clubs, started building the life Derek tried to steal from me. Sometimes I think about him, wonder if he really understands what he did, but mostly I don't think about him at all. I'm too busy living the future I fought for. Has someone ever sabotaged your dreams because they didn't want you to succeed? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life revenge tales where justice prevails.